Well, a permit allowing for the temporary placement of small housing units at one New Haven property will soon expire. The city says 8 tiny homes built in a backyard on Rosette Street will violate state and city regulations as of Monday.
But the people who live there are not moving without a fight. Fox 61's Kaylee Collins is in studio now with what happens next. Kaylee.
Well, Sarah, Brent, the temporary permit issued by the state was only meant to waive certain building code violations for 180 days since the winter season was approaching. Though residents want to keep this as their permanent home, the end of that permit means they'll soon be hit with some sanctions. Tiny homes on Rosette Street in New Haven have sparked some controversy.
We're being accused of not respecting zoning laws. Well, the zoning laws in New Haven, they did not anticipate homelessness as a permanent condition.
Amistad Catholic worker last year brought in 8 tiny homes for local unhoused individuals to replace tents that they had set up in their backyard. At the time, the city of New Haven sent notices that the units violated several city zoning regulations along with state building code.
We really worked hard to work with the individuals at Rosette Street to facilitate them going through the city zoning process to get a variance. From the zoning perspective, they legally can have those structures. However, from the state building code perspective, they cannot.
A temporary 180-day permit was eventually granted by the state to allow the homes to stay ahead of the winter months. But next Monday, July 15th, marks day 180, after which utilities will be shut off.
We addressed them. We've been addressing this deadline for 3 months now.
Mark Colville is a resident member of the Amistad Catholic worker who claims the mayor hasn't been working with him to find a solution. Mayor Elicker says the permit simply cannot be extended.
We're asking people to follow the law. That's it. And we understand that there's a lot of people struggling in the city around homelessness, and there's lots of different ways to work with people to facilitate them finding long-term housing.
But for people like Suki Godik, the micro neighborhood she now calls home has provided a path to transformation that traditional shelters have not.
So since I've been here, I'm in recovery groups that I go to twice a week. I'm in several advocate groups around the city. Before, we were just something that people chose not to look at and they didn't want as part of their city, and now it's part of being in this community that's really saved everything in my life.
Despite that looming deadline, residents aren't planning on going anywhere.
It means nothing to us because we are going to continue to do this.
Now, Mayor Elicker did double down on previous statements that he's made regarding the city of New Haven's efforts to fight homelessness. He pointed to the millions of dollars that have been sent to build some affordable housing and a hotel for the unhoused as well. Though utilities will be shut off if the units are not removed, the mayor says that the city would not go in and remove those structures. In studio tonight, Kaylee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's News.